Welcome to the newest installment of the Untitled Film Nerd Project. My name is Philip, and joining me as always is Teacher.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about Haunt, the 2019 one, not the 2014 one. Before we get into it, spoiler warning now! If you want to avoid spoilers, skip ahead to the time code you see on the screen. Alright, so let's get into it.
Alright, what'd you think of this one?
Man, how many of these movies have we seen where a group of good-looking college kids wants to do something scary for Halloween, and they decide to go to a random haunted attraction, and usually one that's super secret and no one knows about? But as far as these movies go, I actually enjoyed this one.
Yep, same.
There are some issues I have, but the things I liked outweigh the things I didn't, and in the end, I think it was a decent telling of a dead horse plot with some interesting twists that made it stand out. You?
Totally 100% agree. To me, this was houses that October built done better.
Yeah.
Everything was there. I mean, you even talked about it. You know, that's a reused plot, and it was also super cliche at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
But they were able to build that. And giving us a fantastic haunted house, a fantastic set of villains. Yeah, it was extremely enjoyable to me.
Right on. Well, let's go over the things that I liked. I loved the design of the haunted house itself. To me, these were better escape rooms than escape rooms. Something as simple as Ghost Hallway was done in a way that felt creepy. But virtually every single room they walked into, I loved for one reason or another. And my favorite was the 3 coffins room.
Mm-hmm.
Visually, it was the one that made me go, whoa. I really like the character they gave the haunted house by making the haunted house itself an integral character in the plot and laying it out very well. I like the use of gore and practical effects. 3 different times I said, oh shit, out loud. Number 1 was when the girl had the poker shoved into her brain. Number 2, the biggest one, was when he peeled that dude's face off with the hammer. Oh my god. Number 3, when she stabbed her friend close to the end, which was kind of cliche, but I was like, oh shit, because I wasn't really expecting that. I thought the last one was the weakest and most tropey, but it made sense for the clowns to do as far as fucking with the college kids. Speaking of the clowns, 2 things. I'm glad we got no backstory on them. They weren't disgruntled employees or escaped convicts or escaped mental patients or anything like that. And 2, I loved that their masks were hiding the real horror underneath, that they were way scarier without the masks on. The masks are usually what the horror is, but in this case, the masks were making them normal. And I dug that. I like that all the characters, for the most part, were presented as likable. There was no bitchy one or douchey one, and even the characters that at first came across as unlikable turned into people you were rooting for in the end. Like Evan was a loud asshole. But in the end, he used it to stand up for the group. And Nate started off as creepy college jock guy, but became a chivalrous nice guy who became cuter and cuter as the movie went on. Also, bonus points for having him live at the end. And more bonus points for having the final girl be smart and figuring out what was coming next, using their own methods against them. I mean, it's a little of a stretch with timing and all that, but I liked it, and the last line, let's take your mask off, was pretty dope. Speaking of lines, 2 lines made me laugh out loud. Number 1, 5 stars for this place with creepy-ass clown doing shitty-ass magic. Laughed at that one. And then number 2 was, I'm an equipment manager, I'm not Robert De Niro from Heat. It's like, yes. Awesome. Also, and this is, you mentioned this to me, the amazing cover of Rob Zombie's Dracula at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That was fantastic. A good way to cap off a fun movie. How about you?
Much of what you touched upon. I liked that the fact the entire group of college kids that we got were likable.
Yes. Yep.
100% agree about Nathan being just absolutely fucking adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Harper herself was an interesting character to get to know. And even finding out more about her backstory. And it was good to see that she was able to turn that backstory to her advantage. Utmost favorite thing is what you brought about what their faces look like underneath their mask.
Yeah.
Very much it seemed like a flip on Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, it was always about, take their mask off, see what's underneath there. And this is the one time that, they're not wearing masks. And the ending I really enjoyed. So, yeah. Much to like about this one, but that was the major ones.
Right on. Well, there were some things I thought could have been better. Number 1, and this is the biggest flaw in the movie to me, character decisions. Most of my notes are complaining about this, such as, why couldn't Clown Dude just lead them out? I'm talking about from the college kid's point of view. I realize why he himself didn't. But do you have to go back the way you came, including climbing up a slide backwards? I think the scenes with the ghost dude Mitch weren't written the best as far as common sense from the other characters goes. Of course Clown Dude nailed the entrance shut. Why would you send him second? That was dumb. Why didn't the cute jock Nate just keep the nail gun? Does Harper really need the mirror to read all that stuff written around the room backwards? I could read it no problem. Come on, Harper. Why do you need to crawl into the bed? Just move the bed. This one pissed me off. When she's going down the shotgun hallway and the clown guy is dead, why would she just walk down the hallway still? And when it went off again, she just flinched to put her hand up. Like, what? Why not just crawl the rest of the way to the end? If there was still a bullet in there, or like a shotgun shell in there, you'd be dead. Your hand would not have saved you. That was so fucking stupid. Also, hey Nate, why did you drop the bat? Keep the bat. The bat is your friend. Stop dropping all the fucking weapons after using them only once. This is annoying. We differ on this. Another thing I didn't care for was the backstory on Harper. It didn't feel as weighty as I think they were hoping it would, and to me it kind of threw off the pacing and stunted the story they were telling in the present. And I get it made sense in setting up the ending, but I still think you could have done the ending without shoving Ike Turner into the plot. Also, abusive alcoholic boyfriend subplot that went nowhere other than into the body count. That was weird. Like, he comes off as like possessive chivalrous at the end. And don't know about that one. I'm torn on this one, but I think they revealed the "this is real" hand with Bailey getting her arm cut way too soon. I'm torn because on one side, I see the need to do it to set up the chase and bait scenarios for the rest of the film. But on the other hand, the reveal was 25 minutes into the movie, and I think they could have stretched it out a little farther because from that moment on, there was no what if suspense. And one final nitpick, Nate kept his clothes on. Boo to that. What about you?
Much of what you said, but number one thing for me is the character decisions. And it goes with almost all of these movies. It's again, so you're locked in this room, tear it apart.
Yeah. How many times have you said that in our podcasts?
Yes.
Like how many, from Saw to like Houses October Built, you've said that over and over. Yes. Yes.
But aside from that, I mean, she did kind of make up for the end, and then she did do that really stupid thing of walking into the shotgun.
That was so dumb. Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. I mean, mostly because you touched upon most of what I've had grievances with. So yeah.
Okay. Well, all things considered, would you recommend it?
Totally.
Cool.
You?
Yeah. It's got some plot holes and some inconsistencies and some dumb fucking decisions, as we both talked about. But it makes up for it with atmosphere, characters you can root for across the board, and villains that become more and more villainous once the reveals happen. The gore is great, and for a lower budget horror movie, it delivered. Anything else you would like to add?
Actually, yes. I think this time around I have a good what did we learn moment.
Ooh, okay. Old school. Go ahead.
I think this time around we learned when going into a haunted house, if they're not collecting money, run.
Yeah, and don't give all your phones up. And yeah, no. Yeah. Agreed. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Well, that wraps up this episode. Thank you for listening. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share with your friends or cool people who might dig the Vizcast. Please subscribe to the channel, including hitting that notification bell to stay up to date on the newest content. And there is a link in the description below for the Patreon that covers all of the creative endeavors, as well as access to bonus content. So please consider showing your support. And until next time, my name is Philip.
And I'm TJ.
And we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.
Bye.